वो तो हर कैंडिडेट अपनी भरेगा, आप पार्टी से तो ताल्लुक नहीं है उस लिहाज से, मगर अगर वो पार्टी को जो प्रेयर उसने मांग ली ना, वो पार्टी की मांग ली प्रेयर उसने, और उस पर जज साहब ने फाइंडिंग भी दे दी, तो अब वो जजमेंट को हम इवेपोरेट तो नहीं करेगा ना हवा में। उन्होंने कहा कि जी जब तक आप ये दो शिकें इलेक्शन एक्ट की चैलेंज नहीं कर सकते, आप ये बात कर नहीं सकते। हो सकता है गलत है, हो सकता है सही है, मगर एक जज की फाइंडिंग आ गई, वो फाइंडिंग दो जजेस ने कंफर्म कर दी, तो अब तसादुम तो हो गया ना पेशावर हाई कोर्ट में, लाहौर हाई कोर्ट में। अब जजमेंट्स गायब तो नहीं होंगे। वो लाहौर हाई कोर्ट वाला जजमेंट आपने हमारे सामने चैलेंज किया है
सर? हम पार्टी नहीं थे, हमने चैलेंज कर सकता नहीं।
ये जो कहते हैं आप, ये कोई अपनी तरफ से गया ना,
उसको चैलेंज करना चाहिए दोनों को साथ में।
सर उसमें हम पार्टी नहीं है, पार्टी द पॉलिटिकल पार्टी इज नॉट देयर।
नहीं, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ ना, मगर जज साहब ने सही या गलत एक फैसला तो कर दिया है ना, वो आपको डायरेक्टली इफेक्ट कर रहा है। तो HM साया केस में अगर आप पार्टी ना भी हो तो आपको हक तो मिलता है ना। तो अब आपको पता चल गया है एक जजमेंट आपके खिलाफ आ गया है, और किसने फाइल किया है? कोई आपके दुश्मनों ने नहीं किया, आपके अपने लोगों ने फाइल किया है। वो तो एक अलग बात है, किसी ने शरारत खेली आपके साथ और चलो भाई ये कर दें, वो आप ही के लोग हैं, आप उनको आपने नजरअंदाज भी नहीं किया है कि हमने इनको पार्टी से खारिज कर दिया। क्या है, आपके कैंडिडेट भी हैं PTI के, तो उनको हम ऐसे तो हम, और अब हाई कोर्ट के जजमेंट्स को हम क्या करेंगे? वो कोई चैलेंज करेगा ना, नहीं तो अब जो भी फैसला है उसको जब तक कोई चैलेंज तो करे ना, फिर हम आगे पीछे उसको कर सकते हैं। अगर आप उसको चैलेंज ही ना करें, उसको छोड़ दें कि जी हम तो उसमें पार्टी नहीं थे, जजमेंट फिर भी रहेगा अपनी जगह पे ना, वो तो फॉर ऑल टाइम्स टू कम रह जाएगा अपनी जगह पे। अब वो आपको भी शायद अफेक्ट करे, दूसरे पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को भी अफेक्ट करे। कल को कोई और पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज आ सकती है कि भाई ये जजमेंट गलत है, तो वो तो कह सकते हैं कि हम तो इस पार्टी में नहीं थे, हमें सुना नहीं, मगर आपका तो फिर नहीं कह, आपके कहना जरा मुश्किल हो जाएगा मेरे हिसाब से। बहरहाल आप नोट कर लीजिए बात, चलें आगे बढ़ते हैं। अच्छा जी, ये पेशावर हाई कोर्ट का भी ICA में ऑर्डर हुआ है, WP में हुआ है?
WP, my lord.
ICA है नहीं है पेशावर में, ICA नहीं।
Two judges here. The petition, like in Sindh, my lord.
As a general rule, now this I'm asking a question. Court's order of a high court by a learned single judge in writ petition, and another province's court order in a ICA, which takes priority?
My lord.
Have you understood the question?
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Over there, at least at the ICA, a determination has...
Forget this case. I'm asking a question of law.
My lord, it's a DB order in both cases.
Yes.
So they stand more or less on the same plane.
Yes.
Generally.
You won't add the one judge to the two judges and say there are three judges now.
No, my lord, because the order is that of a division bench in both
it's
cases.
Interesting question.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever considered something like this before?
Not this honorable court, no, my lord. This has arisen, the issue has arisen sometimes.
ये इसको छोड़ें, general question of law पे पूछ रहे हैं.
General question.
One DB decides a matter and one ICA. ICA is an appellate forum. Decides a matter. Both stand on equal footing if there are two judges naturally in both. So that was the question.
Yes, my lord.
Because I have never considered this question before.
My lord, I haven't come across a judgment where the issue has been considered.
Ji, continue.
My lord, I was taking your lordship through page 140, which your lordship had taken a look at, and the election of office bearers, your lordship had taken a look at 141, 142. Then we, my lord, proceeded to page 192, where your lordship was dealing with the Federal Election Commission. And Election Commission shall be comprised following: Federal Election Commission.
तो हमने पढ़ लिए 4 सूबों के और 2 दूसरी टेरिटरीज के,
and sections की violations हो रही है
जी, and these are the ones which the Election Commission says. What is the position of the Election Commission? They say that there was a duly elected commission. That was, at that time, the Federal Election Commissioner was Mr. Jamal Akbar Ansari. Now, thereafter, we have been told that this is the current gentleman is the chairman, who is also the respondent number 2, is the chief election commissioner of the party. Insofar as we are concerned, We have not been informed of how he has come about. I showed to your lordship that he has been appointed as a result of an order passed, which is on your lordship's files, which your lordship just saw, by Mr. Umar Ayub. The Election Commission says this is not the correct procedure for appointing someone because that is dealt with.
Has Jamal Ansari left the party?
My lord, the Election Commission says in the order which was impugned before the Peshawar High Court and which is before your lordship, that the Election Commission was not informed how this change has taken place.
As a matter of fact, do you know or no?
As a matter of fact, we don't, my lord. My instructions are
No,
that we
I'm
don't know.
thinking of another thing. PTI's earlier position was that the elections that we held in June of 2022 were in accordance with our constitution. Some people got elected, I don't know, I presume, and those people, now they've said, election commission says, no, this is not proper election. They say, okay, we go and hold another election. What happens to those people? Were they heard? Because वो भी तो उनकी भी तो vested right हो जाएगी ना, unless they are the same group of people, the same identical people who again got elected. Because if they are maintaining that are they conceding that the elections of June was not in accordance with law, or are they sticking with the story, or saying, okay, fine, we set aside these elections, has the political party set aside its own elections and said we'll hold it again? Otherwise, वो लोग कल को वो petition file कर देंगे, जी मैं तो elected हूँ, ये कैसे आ गए हमारी जगह? मतलब इस पे कोई बात हुई या नहीं हुई?
Before the Election Commission, they took the position that since you have pointed out all these defects, in order to cut the controversy short, we will recall those elections and hold elections afresh. That's how the second election came about.
वो वाले भी अनपोज थे?
Those were, yes, my lord, and copy. They were, the instructions are they were unopposed.
तो आपका इनसे बहुत पुराना झगड़ा चल रहा है इलेक्शन पे.
Sir, this was going on since the time when this particular party was the party in administration. The first reminder issued to them to hold elections because the period has expired was issued on 24th May 2021.
24th May?
May 2021.
फिर आपने कहा कि चलो आपको एक एक्सटेंशन टाइम दे देता हूँ.
Sir,
we are being benevolent.
They sought an extension on the ground that due to COVID.
PTI की हुकूमत कब तक थी?
Sir, their government continued till 10th of April 2022.
अच्छा, तो ये उस जमाने में ये हुकूमत में थे?
Yes, sir.
तो वे इलेक्शन क्यों नहीं कराए?
Sir, they said we were unable to hold the elections on account of the pandemic, COVID-19, and therefore the Election Commission gave them a 1-year extension to hold the elections. Your Lordship will see.
जब वो हुकूमत में थे तो आपने उनको रिलीफ दे दी.
My Lord, we gave them a show cause notice while they were in.
Show cause notice के बाद में कहा चलो भाई एक साल बात कर लो.
Yes, my Lord. But while they were still in government, on 24th of August 2021, we wrote to them and said that you were granted a 1-year extension and now the due date is coming and hold elections. Then we sent them a reminder on 7th.
जरा बताइए ये जो आप रेफर कर रहे हैं कहाँ है?
My Lord, yes. The first letter your Lordship will see is 24th of May 2021, which is at page 391 of your Lordship's paper.
Just for disclosure,
My Lord.
Mr. Makhdoom Ali Khan,
My Lord.
we reached out to the Lahore High Court to find out the status of WP 332 of 23 and the other matter.
Under the supervision.
And both are pending adjudication
Yes,
before a 5-member bench.
Yes, my Lord.
This is just now got it.
The order that your Lordship last saw, they were adjourned to 12th of January, which is
नहीं, ये
today.
तो आज स्टेटस हमने कहा, हो सकता है कभी डिसमिस हो गया हो, कुछ हो गया हो ना, नॉन प्रोसिक्यूशन या कुछ.
तो आज तो this,
Now please take us to the letter of 24th of May.
my Lord, that is at page 391. I am directed to refer to the correspondence resting on the subject. Attention.
एक सेकेंड. 3
My Lord,
Part
page
two में होगा।
391.
आप फिर पार्ट भी बता दिया करें।
Sir, I'm sorry, part 2.
हाँ 391 में 391
Page, part 2.
जी।
I am directed to refer to the correspondence resting on the subject. Attention is drawn towards sections 208, 209, and 215 of the Elections Act 2017, read with Rule 158 of the Election Rules 2017. Thereof, whereby a political party is to conduct intra-party elections in accordance with its constitution, a mandatory requirement under the law to sustain, retain the already allotted election symbols, and to contravene with prescribed legal provisions, a political party shall be issued show cause notice by the Election Commission, and election symbol whereof shall be withdrawn, enabling the party ineligible to obtain an election symbol for the elections to come. Foregoing in view, it is advised that intra-party elections of your political party may be conducted timely in a manner provided in party's constitution to avoid being declared ineligible as given in law. If your lordship graciously turns
but इसमें तो इससे भी पहले चल रहा था. Says I'm direct to refer to the correspondence resting on the subject.
Yes. So there was some earlier correspondence.
And till when was this political party in government?
So this party was in government till 10th of April 2022.
10th of April. So this letter was written while they were in government.
Yes, my lord. And this.
So the allegation that you were somehow under pressure, are you making that point here?
My lord, no, we are pointing out just to your lordship that
In the behest of the caretaker government, you're doing this?
No. My lord, all that the ECP is saying before your lordship is that this is a matter, this is a background to how the first.
जवाब किधर दिया उन्होंने?
My lord, we didn't get satisfaction to this, so we issued a show cause notice, which is at
जवाब ही नहीं दिया इन्होंने ये।
page 392.
नहीं, जवाब तो दिया हुआ है ना उन्होंने।
My lord,
टाइम
yes,
मांगा
they
कोविड की
gave,
वजह से।
they wrote
कोविड
that.
2019 में था ना?
जी सर, if your lordship नहीं, ये 2021 का सर लेटर है।
नहीं मगर कोविड तो कोविड-19 कहते हैं ना, 2019 का है ना? जी चले 19-20 निकल गया तो 21 में आप मांग रहे हैं election.
And then they give a reply.
वो किधर है?
My lord, that is at page 393.
393 ये जरा पढ़ लें
जी सर,
इसका रेलेवेंट पोर्शन पढ़ लें जो भी पूरा पढ़ना चाहें.
that with regard to the paragraph 2, that with regard to the concern raised by ECP in the instant show cause regarding failure of PTI provision of certificate pertaining to conduct of intra-party elections due on 13th June 2021, it is submitted without prejudice that due to COVID-19.
तो ये मान रहे हैं कि ड्यू हैं.
जी सर, and they were due as of 13 June according to them, that due to COVID-19 all activities where public gather are restricted. It is due to this reason that holding of various events of the party including intra-party elections were affected and many activities could not be carried out as per schedule. If your lordship may graciously turn the page, last paragraph, in light of above you are therefore requested to withdraw show cause notice and a time period of 1 year subject to permission to hold large public gatherings by NCOC, and government may be granted to PTI for holding of intra-party election in the interest of justice, please. Then, my lord,
ये 1 year कब होगा एक खत्म?
sir, we give them time, and there's the next letter on 24th August 2021. Next letter, my lord, at page 395. Paragraph 2. As per record, the last intra-party elections of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf were conducted on 13 June and the tenure was fixed 4 years as per party constitution 2018.
4 years था या 3 years था?
Sir, according to the current constitution, it is 3 years. They are mentioning 4 years as per the constitution of 2018. This is the 2019 constitution which your lordship have before you. Later on, amended constitution submitted in the year 2019, and according to its sunset clause 4.1, the party has to conduct the intra-party election within 18 months of the adoption of the constitution of the party, and as such the target date was 1st November 2020. However, the Honorable Election Commission has accepted your request and advised to conduct intra-party elections of the chairman and other office bearers well before under the supervision June 2022. of a proper election commission And then party's
overtly
constitution was
generous.
followed because the election commission takes the
overtly
position
generous because
that
they
it's
were in
not
government.
merely that an election has to take place, the election has to be in
accepting.
accordance with the constitution of the political party.
But again, the very word election means what? Simple language means I elect
Yes.
to engage your services, or I elect to engage, to use counsel Mr. Sikandar Bashir's services.
My lord.
As counsel. In everything else also election, you want to elect to go to this restaurant or that.
Yes.
In an election it will be you elect this person or that person or these number of persons.
Yes, ma'am.
So you, otherwise the constitution can simply say whoever the chairman decides will be deemed to have been elected. So let's either go with democracy because after all it's not just democracy, it's representative democracy.
And that is what the election commission says. And my lord, the election commission further says that when it came to the election commission itself, there is no document on the record to establish that the previous election commissioner was removed lawfully or that the new
Previous election commission कौन सा है?
Sir, इनका जो chairman थे previous federal election commission के, there was a gentleman called Jamal Akbar Ansari, and the election commission notes that in its order, which
No, wasn't it Mr. Justice Fajuddin?
My lord, that was much earlier. That was in 2017 at that time, and there a controversy arose again whether the elections were fair or not. But that's not the controversy before your lordship. And
Okay. So after that there was another election commission and another.
yes, sir. And Mr. Jamal Akbar Ansari later on ceased to be an election commission, and there were no other election commissioners
What is
elected.
Mr. Jamal Akbar Ansari's viewpoint?
My lord,
Or he's not been heard?
I'm not aware, and he's not arrayed as a respondent by them before the Peshawar High Court, because now
Wouldn't he be relevant as a party?
my lord, he was not a party before the Peshawar High Court.
No, would
And
he be, in your opinion, relevant party or not a relevant?
Not really, my lord.
Okay.
Not really, because the election commission just takes the position that he was neither removed in terms of the constitution of the party, nor did election to any of the election commissioners, which were, as your lordship noticed, they were to be from each province, one from each province. That took place, and therefore these unopposed election results were declared only and only by the person who is now the respondent number 2 of before your lordship in the petition, and the certificate has been issued.
Which certificate?
My lord, the certificate which was submitted to the election commission.
Can you take us back to that provision of the constitution which requires the whatever?
Yes, my lord.
Where was that
The
provision? Page?
The election commission, my lord, is set up under the chapter is chapter 1, part 8, elections.
No, but the
Article 218 onwards.
Either your terminology here it says Federal Election Commissioner.
Oh, my lord, you're talking. I'm
Page,
so sorry.
I'm at page 192, which
Yes,
you had
yes.
referred to.
My lord, I'm sorry, I misunderstood it as the Constitution of Pakistan.
No. Federal Election Commissioner.
Yes, my lord.
But here at page 80, Mr. Niazullah Khan Niazi describes himself as Chief Election Commissioner.
My lord, yes.
Why not Federal Election Commissioner?
Yes, my lord,
Because the terminology in their constitution is federal. So he may be of a province or I don't know. Why the terminology has been changed?
my lord,
Yeah, page 80 पे देखिए.
Yes, sir.
For instance, इधर वो अपने आप को कह रहे हैं चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर. और पेज 192 में आइन में उनके है कि फेडरल इलेक्शन कमिश्नर और फिर वन कमिश्नर from each of the all four provinces and one each from AJK GB, total of 6.
Federal Election Commissioner, Chief of the Federal Election Commission, one commissioner from each of all four provinces, and one each from quasi-provincial areas of AJK and Gilgit-Baltistan.
Okay.
They are total of 6 plus
6 plus 1 7. अब आप जरा आ जाइए पेज इनके जो इन्होंने रिजल्ट्स जो दिए हैं
Yes, my lord.
जी
Yes, my lord.
तो ये वो जो उनके लोकल प्रोविंसेस के कमिश्नर्स हैं वो तो किसी के दस्तखत नहीं है, वो तो एक साहब के हैं जो अपने आप को चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर कह रहे हैं।
Everything has been done by this particular
नहीं, मतलब मैं जरा समझने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ भाई, चलिए वहां तक तो समझ आ गया, फेडरल तक, तो प्रोविंशियल तक तो सूबों वालों को नहीं फाइल करना चाहिए था। अच्छा, ये इलेक्शंस इनके हर सूबे में हुए हैं या एक ही जगह हुए हैं?
सारे केपीके में है।
because the
इलेक्शन का वेन्यू केपीके
वेन्यू कौन है?
venue was KPK वाला.
नहीं नहीं, किस जगह? सूबों का भी और फेडरल का भी अलग अलग हुए हैं वेन्यूज?
No, my lord, and so far as we are aware, these all took place.
नहीं, फिर ये हम इनके लिए सवाल छोड़ रहे हैं खान साहब के लिए। We want to know the venue of the elections, whether all the elections to the federal body as well as the provincial body were also held in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or they held in the different provinces. The other question, why is the nomenclature been changed from federal election commissioner to chief election commissioner? Why were the results not signed by the other 6 members?
Yes.
So these are questions which they can, I'm just have arisen which they will respond to if you don't have an answer.
My lord, in so far
चलिए आप बढ़िए आगे। अच्छा, now we have a problem.
my lord,
As you may note that there are 2 chief justices from other provinces and we had held 11:30 as for the Supreme Judicial Council to
Where
meet.
is the short order?
page 28, my lord.
Ji, can you read it please?
My lord, yes. For the reasons to be recorded later and subject to amplifications and explanations made therein, the instant petition is allowed in the following manner. We hold and declare that the impugned order of the Election Commission of Pakistan dated 22nd December 2023 passed in case number such and such as illegal without any lawful authority and of no legal effect. The Election Commission of Pakistan is directed to forthwith publish the certificate filed by the petitioner PTI on its website in terms of section 209 of the Election Act 2017. It is further held and declared that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is entitled to the election symbol strictly in terms of section. Notice shall be issued to such a political party, and if the party fails to comply with, then the commission shall impose fine which may extend to 200,000 rupees but shall not be less than 100,000 rupees. My lord,
What was the allegation of the Election Commission?
my lord, Election Commission initially wrote to them saying that according to your constitution, the period of elections is expired, which according to section 5 of their own constitution was 3 years for
Where
all
is
of
their constitution?
My lord, their constitution is. Just get the.
So that's why we
Yes, but
said,
that's-
okay.
That's about the facts and other things. But right now, the relevant thing is whether they have to show how do they have the locus standi to file this petition. Election Commission is a quasi-judicial body.
Correct.
Two judgments of this honorable.
No, let me just correct you here. Election Commission is not just a quasi-judicial body, it's a constitutional body.
Constitutional
It has,
body.
from my understanding,
Right.
it has 2 functions.
Right, sir.
One, regulating the affairs of political parties, and which is an ongoing exercise, and the other is the free and fair elections. See, so probably we are at the moment in the first thing, that regulating the affairs of the political party.
Right.
I would imagine, unless I'm wrong.
I'm trying to submit here is that it is a body which has power to make quasi-judicial decisions. It's a quasi-judicial body when
Of
the
course.
matter of dispute between.
कानून में लिखा है to come to the Supreme Court.
डायरेक्ट अपील है वो, डायरेक्ट अपील
तो
है।
फिर वो question of maintainability will also cut you.
No, sir, the thing is, as far as their locus standi is concerned, there are 2 judgments of statutory bodies.
Simple, locus standi, simple सी बात है ना. Locus standi is a different thing from capacity. Their local standi, from what I can understand, is they have passed an order. There's right or wrong is a different thing. We don't go there. And they say if we have to ensure our orders are abided by, unless set aside by a law of a competent forum. So all they are doing is ensuring, whether, even if it's an illegal order, let's not get bogged down in that debate. If they just give up, then the orders will be rendered meaningless.
Then a party, affected party, which brought the matter before the election commission has the locus standi to file, but not the election commission. Like,
They can,
like for example, sir.
affected party can inform the election commission for whatever reason. Election commission may act on its own. Election commission may act on the information of a person. But now that they've passed an order, they're not entitled to defend their own order and surrender.
That's what I'm submitting. Just
On
like the
what
example.
basis?
Kindly see the case of a district judge. He passes an order. That order is challenged before the High Court. High Court sets that aside. Can the district judge come before the Supreme Court that in defense of his own order? No, it's a judicial body. 2023, Supreme Court, page. Page 516.
And the other one?
And the other judgment where the ombudsman has
Other judgment, yes.
the other judgment is PLD 2020
2020. Supreme Court.
Supreme Court 586.
What was the facts of the first case?
They have held.
So first case, bataiye, let's go to 516. What is the ratio in that case?
Yes, they held the order which was passed by commissioner and was challenged subsequently before the High Court, before the Appellate Forum and High Court.
Which commissioner?
That the commissioner cannot come.
The commissioner, election commission.
Not the election commission. In that case, it was competition commission.
Gee.
But there is a clear judgment.
Okay. So how is it? No, let's finish with one judgment at a time. How is this judgment applicable to a constitutional body?
Sir, kindly see para 23, page 535. Why I'm putting this before this honorable court?
Please.
The whole exercise may
Let's read
be
it.
unnecessary.
No, let's read it. To be honest, I've not read it, so let's read it.
Yes,
You
sir.
may well be right.
Page 23.
Gee.
It may also be petitioner to mention here that KNN's food which may have been aggrieved of the decision of the tribunal on the point of non-applicability the provisions of section 10(2)(a) of the Act has been impugned the decision of the tribunal by preferring an appeal to this court, and it is the commission that has challenged the decision of the tribunal on that point by filing the appeal. In this regard, we may observe, though the role of the commission under the Act is primarily of a regulatory body, it is a quasi-judicial as well as some provision, as well under the same provisions of the Act. The provisions of clauses A and D of section 10(2) of the Act, in our view, envisages the quasi-judicial role of the commission while declaring upon the divergent claims and allegations of two. They are all under the law, under the fundamental law.
No, not at all. A constitutional body functions under the Constitution.
Yes.
A statutory body is a sub-constitutional body functioning under a statute. So are you equating the two?
Sir, rules, the certain principles are equally applicable to statutory as well as the constitutional body. If the principle is that a body is vested with quasi-judicial powers, it exercises a quasi-judicial power, passes an order between the parties.
I would call it a constitutional power. The Constitution grants, we don't make this Constitution, we only interpret the Constitution. And I don't want to read words into the Constitution either. The Constitution, in its wisdom, the Constitution makers created a separate constitutional body.
Yes.
Now, you may well be right, and I may agree with you 100% that a statutory body which determines a matter should not file an appeal. However, it will raise the questions how a collector of customs, etc., are filing appeals. But that matter is not before us, so we will not dilate on it. Can you show us a decision where a constitutional body, preferably the Election Commission of Pakistan, the same principle has been enunciated by this court?
Sir, actually, the principle initiated is initiated here as well as another case of 2020, where ombudsman.
वो फिर ombudsman is also a statutory body.
Sir, बात ये, what they are relying upon is the statute and provisions of the statute.
नहीं देगा
Sir,
आपको.
for all intents and purposes, they are acting under the Election Act, and that is a statute.
खान साहब देखिए,
and
this
they
will
are acting
amount
as a statutory
to
body.
this will amount to virtually effacing, finishing off a constitutional body.
Sir,
No, देखिए,
body has-
now देखिए, one thing is you are now on a very technical, hyper-technical argument, for which you have no precedent. The two precedents that you have filed, I'm just thinking aloud, apply to statutory bodies. Here we're dealing with a constitutional body. A constitutional body is altogether different from a statutory body. If a constitutional body feels aggrieved, either you let the constitutional body do its work. Probably they will argue that why is the High Court interfering in the work of a constitutional body? Unless it's something blatantly unconstitutional, I don't know. Whether the forum would be the High Court or the Supreme Court, I don't know. I'm just raising the questions as they come to my mind. But please don't equate a statutory body with a constitutional body. I will not do so.
Sir, the two bodies.
So मैं आपको हामिद खान एक आया था, मैं आपको बताता हूँ. I was sitting with former Chief Justice Jawad Khwaja. The matter came for holding of local government elections. The Supreme Court had passed a number of orders extending the dates, and some, let's say, valid reasons were given for extending the dates. And I leaned over to Jawad Khwaja Sahab, and he was about to do so, and I told him, I will write a dissent. He says, why? I said, that's a constitutional body. How will I direct it to do so? It's their job. And he said, oh, you got a point. And we did not. We said, this is their job. Do your job. We can call upon you to do your job, but we cannot take on the functions of the constitutional body. There's a very clear line of demarcation. So if they're not doing their job, or they're doing their job unconstitutionally or contrary to the law, yes. But if they're doing their job, we won't take over their job, how to do it, how better to do it. I don't know. Because then every judge will start running a constitutional body.
Constitutional body performing function under a statute. The whole controversy is arising after that statute, which they are relying upon with the Election Act. So in this case, while exercising powers under the statute, it is a statutory body for all intents and purposes.
चलिए हमने आपका objection note कर लिया. ये बताइए, do you have an exact case on the point of the Election Commission of Pakistan? Because yes, we will consider these submissions, but if you have an actual case, it will further clarify the matter.
The two cases are recent.
वो हमने देख लिया. One is ombudsman, which is set up under some federal law. The other is the case of the Competition Commission, which has also been set up under
1983
statute. But you can reserve it. You don't have to respond. So you can continue bolstering your argument when we give you an opportunity. We've heard your original objection. It is not something which immediately appeals to me.
Okay.
I mean, but having said that, I'm open to persuasion. So is that fair enough?
Yes.
So shall we let Mr. Makhdoom Ali? No, shall we let him proceed on facts? And wherever a fact, not the law or his interpretation, is wrong, please let us know that this is factually wrong. So let's make some progress.
After completion of arguments, I still reserve the right to take this objection.
By all means. By all means. I mean, yes, it's a very valid, you have every right to take an objection. Ji.
My lord, if your lordship permits.
No, but coming back to one factual statement which he made, he said there was no, what is it called?
Federal
Election Commission.
There was no appointment of Federal Election Commission according to your own constitution.
Is this correct or not correct?
We did it according to our constitution as well as in accordance with the requirement under the statute. They both have been met.
नहीं वो किधर है वो कागज दिखा दीजिए ना हमें. Where is the body, the Federal
This case
Election
has
Commission?
only been filed yesterday. We had no notice. We could not file a response. I would have done all that. But can you see the circumstances
Khan Sahab,
made
Khan
to argue this case?
No, Khan Sahab, dekhe na.
On the other-
Ek second. This is not, let's not say I've been taken totally by surprise because this matter has been taken by you to the High Court, both in intra-court appeal as well as writ jurisdiction, and then you had filed something here which you withdrew as well. So it's not something coming surprise. So this is very basic. Their thing is either, I don't know what their plea is, that the elections were not held or not held in accordance with your own constitution. So far, that's what I've understood. Now, surely you know their case. It's not that this is very surprise to me for the first time. So think about it. You can meet it. If you want to file some concise statement, we allow you to do that as well. If it's not already on these pages of documents, you can file a concise statement, or if you want, we can summon the record of the Election Commission of Pakistan, which may not even require you to file the concise statement, because whatever is there will be there. Do you have any objection to that? We can summon their actual original file, whatever.
You must have filed all documents to the ECP along with your certificates, which is the requirement of law that you submit the certificate along with all prerequisites and requirement which you have fulfilled for holding inter-party
Yes.
election.
Yes.
So वो चीजें record पे होनी चाहिए ना? Then how will you see that?
हम मंगवा लेंगे. I think we will send for it. Continue, Mr. Makhdoom.
My lord.
जी.
My lord, may I, with your lordship's leave, briefly draw your lordship's attention to page 31 of paper book, part 1. Page 31. And I'll immediately thereafter come back to the point.
Page
31.
जी.
That is the copy of their petition.
Their petition in the High Court. Your lordship will see.
This is the only petition on which the short order
This
has
is
been
this is the Peshawar High Court petition
No, no.
against the judgment on which we have come before your lordship.
Okay.
There is the official respondent is only one, Election Commission of Pakistan. Page 31, Election Commission of Pakistan. The other 4 respondents are the members of PTI. So neither the Federation nor any other body has been impleaded as a respondent. If the Election Commission of Pakistan can be sued in the Peshawar High Court, but has no right to appeal a judgment of the Peshawar High Court, that means that whatever has happened in their case is final.
Why did they array these individuals as part?
My lord, because they were the members and who were complaining that the elections were not held fairly and were not held in accordance with the constitution of the party.
They had filed a complaint with you.
With the Election Commission, yes, my lord.
12-15 petitions. But I think
There were 14 complaints before there were 14 complaints before the Election Commission.
When 14 complaints.
My lord, yes.
But here there are only. Sorry, there are. Okay, I thought there's only. So there, can you? These names are what? Raja Tahir Nawaz, Akbar S. Ahmed.
Yes.
These are members of PTI or they are
Yes, my
some
lord.
other people?
Yes, my lord. They are members-
Troublemakers.
They are members
other
of
parties.
PTI. So
No, are they other party people or are they PTI people?
they are PTI people according to us.
Okay.
My lord.
My lord, I represent respondent number 10, Akbar Babar, just in case.
Akbar Babar,
The respondent number 10.
he's now respondent number 10.
Ji.
Okay.
I filed my.
Were they before the? They were before the High Court.
I had filed a complaint.
Three. Respond number 3 था.
Wrongly claimed being members.
My complaint is appealed.
Sorry, एक second. Khan Sahab क्या कह रहे हैं? Khan Sahab, can you just speak in the mic? There, your mic there or mic here?
Yes, sir. What I'm submitting, they claim, the election commission is saying that these other respondents are the members of the party. They are not. That's
Okay, चलें. इनका कहना है कि they're not members. Can we show us their complaint? Any one complaint?
One of the complainants before your lordship, he was respondent number
चलिए
3 in the
दिखाएं
High
वो
Court.
अकबर एस अहमद की दिखा दें.
The 230, at page 230, part 1 of this paper book.
230. Ji.
This was a complaint, my lord. And the context on the next page, if I may, on 231, there's a title summary of electoral fraud. in the absence of basic rules of any elections that allows a level playing field to contestants as detailed above.
नहीं, आपका इसमें मेंबरशिप का कहाँ लिखा है पहले वो बताया ना कि मतलब how you have claimed to file any right of this complaint.
Well, Lord, the issue of my membership has been in court before the SCP for the ECP since
आपके
2014.
नाम के नीचे देखें क्या लिखा है आपने, इसमें लिखा है अपने फाउंडिंग मेंबर ऑफ पीटीआई।
जी बिल्कुल,
इसका जवाब इन्होंने दिया।
जी मैं गुजारिश कर रहा हूँ कि मेरी मेंबरशिप तो ये कंटेस्ट करते रहे,
नहीं नहीं, इसका जवाब किधर है इनका?
ये कहते हैं कि आप मेंबर नहीं हैं।
Where is it? Where is the reply? Where is the reply?
They did not respond to my complaint. There is no written reply to my complaint. It was only argued verbally by counsel.
नहीं, verbally, it's factual things cannot be verbally argued. So,
Your Honor, I am not aware of any written reply to my complaint that was filed before the ECP.
but he's given a number of things. If you can read the different.
Mr. Akbar S. Babar has been a founding member of the PTI and he has held office within the
Please
party.
read what it is. Don't argue. Please read on 232 under his signature.
Ji, his address, his cell number,
Address
founding
के बाद
member of
आगे बढ़े
PTI, founding president of PTI Balochistan, former Central Information Secretary of PTI, former vice president PTI Media and Information Management, former member PTI CEC and Core Committee.
Khan Sahab, so how can you say he's not a member? He has given not one, You may not like him is a
They
different
have all
thing.
ceased to be members and they are wrongly claiming themselves to be members just to create problems for the party.
Let's not become emotional. We respect you greatly, but where is the negation of this fact?
That we certainly will show before this honorable court.
ठीक है, अच्छा, is there anything on the record to show?
But at least this statement-
did you respond by saying that these persons have nothing to do with PTI?
मेरी गुजारिश ये है कि I am representing the party. The statement of the party should take precedence over what they are saying. Just making allegations,
नहीं,
making
but
claims.
देखिए, but the whole
And
thing, एक second.
unfounded claims.
Khan Sahab, एक second. They can say we are representing the party. Again, just to claim that it will not do anything, because who represents the party is who gets elected as per your own constitution. It's nothing to do with the election commission. It's nothing to do with the Supreme Court. It's your own constitution. So you can't say I represent the party. That is the very essence of the matter, which they're saying you do not represent the party. It's because there is no election or false elections or whatever election. This is the allegation, maybe a false allegation, but you can't simply say you nobody. Unless you say when, show us the proof, you are not founding member of PTI. Was he a founding member of PTI?
I'm not saying that the party has ceased to exist.
Was he a founding member of PTI or not? But then prima facie the burden shifts on you.
Burden shift about look.
इसमें तो आपने इनको एक्सपेल किया तो उसका कोई खत है?
आपने इनको निकाल दिया पार्टी से या उनका रेजिग्नेशन आएगा? देखिए, दो तरीके होते हैं ना, या तो आदमी कहता जी मैं जा रहा हूँ खुदा हाफिज, या आप उसको एक्सपेल करेंगे, ठीक है, तो और पता नहीं कोई और तरीका हो सकता है।
फाउंडिंग मेंबर है, फाउंडिंग मेंबर तो मेरे हिसाब से खत्म ही नहीं होता बिकॉज ही इज ए फाउंडिंग मेंबर। अगर फिर भी आपने एक्सपेल किया है तो उसका कोई लेटर होगा या उन्होंने रिजाइन किया है तो भी लेटर होगा। इवन देन जो स्टैट्यूट हो गए ना, उस फाउंडिंग मेंबर में नाम हमेशा रहता है उसका, वो फाउंडिंग मेंबर है।
Has he joined some other
ऑप्टिंग मेंबर?
Has he joined some other political party?
वो एक और एस्पेक्ट है, कौन फाउंडिंग मेंबर है, कौन
नहीं,
सब्सिक्वेंट।
वो तो बात की बात है ना।
Question यहाँ पर-
खान साहब, were you one of the founding members?
जी,
Were you one of the founding members? नहीं, are you one of the founding members yourself?
आप भी थे फाउंडिंग मेंबर?
yes, I am a founding member.
कितने founding members थे?
That has
Total founding members कितने थे?
founding members. We were about 12 of us.
जी?
About 12, 8 to 12. Yes.
Do you have a list of those names somewhere? Just make a note of it. You can respond later. Challenge. Yes, continue, Mr. Muhammad Khan.
My Lord, may I add that on page 486 of this is part 3 in this, there is an order of the election commission that 486.
नहीं, आप ऑर्डर छोड़ नहीं, कोई छोटी बात है बताएं बेटा।
उसमें question of membership has been determined by the commission as far back as 2017. This was contested.
एक सेकंड, 486
486.
कौन सा पार्ट है?
थर्ड
Part 3.
486 जी
जी, ये मेरी जो कंप्लेंट है इसके साथ मैंने 2 ऑर्डर लफ्ज किए।
पढ़े, read the relevant part.
Paragraph 12.
What is 486? Where does it start from?
My Lord, it is an excerpt from an order of the Election Commission dated May 8th, 2017, which disposed
8th May 2017.
2017, which disposed of the issue whether Akbar S. Babar is a member of the party or not. And relevant para 12, I will read, the above reproduction of the letter of ouster is of significance. It clearly reveals that the petitioner had been relieved from all party positions and responsibilities. There is not an iota of reference to the effect that he has been ousted from the party and the membership thereof. Apart from the letter dated 3rd September 2011 mentioned above, the respondent could not produce any letter, direction or order whereby the petitioner is removed from the membership of the party. It was neither produced till the last arguments nor till the announcement of the order.
ये membership अभी बाकी है, ये जो positions थी उनसे relieve किया, ये आप कहना चाहते हैं?
Apologies, my lord.
मतलब my lord is saying he no longer holds position in the party, but he does membership. He continues to be.
Yes, my lord.
Still intact. Yeah,
Yes, was this order challenged by anybody?
It was, they filed a writ petition before the Islamabad High Court, and on page 487 is an excerpt of that order.
487
487 पे तो नहीं है।
487
ये मेरी कॉपी में
ये तो उर्दू में कुछ लिखा है नहीं
487 my lord is
ये copy, एक हाथ के लिखा हुआ है 487 और एक वो है
my lord, unfortunately the copy that I have वो इतनी legible नहीं है तो I seek permission
ये कौन सा
487
देखिए ये 487 पे ये चीज है
487 पे तो लिखा है बैरिस्टर गौहर अली खान अपने पूरे पैनल समेत बिला मुकाबला कामयाब हो गए हैं।
ये तो उनका कोई वो है इसमें देखिए 2 नंबरिंग है 487/491
मतलब पार्ट 3 जो मेरे पास है 487
आप बहस ना करें ना मखदूम अली खान से पूछ लें
आपकी प्रेस रिलीज आई है ये 487 पे इनकी प्रेस रिलीज आई है ये प्रेस रिलीज लगी हुई है कि
मेरा तो मखदूम साहब के
ये इसमें कुछ गलती है उसमें क्या चलें बता दें जबानी आपकी सीपी रिट पिटीशन थी
जी दिस इज रिट पिटीशन नंबर 2014 ऑफ 2018
of 2018
टाइटल्ड इमरान खान वर्सेस द इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान।
इसका फैसला की तारीख क्या है
जी 18/7
पीके की लिस्ट आई उसके बाद 82 पे ये 18 अनअपोज हैं
उसमें सर 20
अनअपोज हैं
20 है वो सब अनअपोज्ड है।
उसके बाद पंजाब की लिस्ट आई है
जी सर वो 20 है
20 अनअपोज हैं पंजाब में भी
जी सर
और फिर आखिरी में सिंध की एक लिस्ट आई है ये भी 17 अनअपोज हैं
सब अनअपोज्ड है।
तो ये पूरे इलेक्शन में जो रिजल्ट है
कमीशन एंड द पार्टीज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन माय लॉर्ड
as council in everything else also election you want to elect to go it will be you elect this person or that person or these number of persons
commissioners so submitted to the election commission.
Can you take us back to that provision of the constitution which requires